On April 24, Don Lemon announced that he had been terminated from his position at CNN, with the real reason of his termination not revealed. Not from CNN and not from him. However, several sources have revealed what they believe are key factors that led to CNN's decision to fire him. Channel TV will highlight 3 key factors that may have played a part in CNN's decision. The first key factor is when Lemon made comments on air about 51-year-old GOP presidential candidate Nikki Haley, who he said is not in her prime. Let's watch Haley's and his comments.
Today, our enemies think that the American era has passed. They're wrong. America is not past our prime. It's just that our politicians are past theirs. In the America I see, the permanent politician will finally retire. We'll have term limits for Congress and mandatory mental competency tests for politicians over 75 years old.
This whole talk about age makes me uncomfortable. I think it's the wrong road to go down. She says people, politicians or something are not in their prime. Nikki Haley isn't in her prime. Sorry. When a woman is considered to be in her prime in her 20s and 30s and maybe 40s.
What are you talking? Wait.
That's not according to me.
Prime for what?
It depends. I mean, it's just like prime. If you look it up, if you Google when is a woman in her prime, it'll say 20s, 30s, and 40s. I don't necessarily.
40s. Oh, I got another.
I'm not saying
decade.
I agree with that. So I think she has to be careful about saying that politicians aren't in their prime.
We need to qualify. Are you talking about prime for like childbearing, or are you talking about prime for being president?
What the facts are. Google it. Everybody at home. When is a woman in her prime? It says 20s, 30s, and 40s. And I'm just saying Nikki Haley should be careful about saying that politicians are not in their prime and they need to be in their prime when they serve, because she wouldn't be in her prime according to
Google?
Google or whatever it is.
The second key factor is when he engaged in a heated exchange online with GOP presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy over gun rights for Black Americans.
GOP presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy got in a heated exchange with CNN's Don Lemon on gun rights for Black Americans. Watch.
Actually, you know, funny fact is, Black people did not get to enjoy the other freedoms until their Second Amendment rights were secured. And I think that's one of the lessons that we learned.
Aren't allowed to enjoy the freedoms.
I disagree with you on that, Don. I disagree with you. And I think you're doing a disservice to our country by failing to recognize the fact that we have equality before the law.
And you live in this country, then you can disagree with me, but we're not. You mentioned that we have 3 different shades of melanin.
Don, I think we have to be able to talk about these issues in the open regardless of the color of our skin. The part that I find insulting is when you say today Black Americans don't have those rights after we have gone through civil rights revolution in this country.
You are sitting here telling an African American about the rights and what you find insulting about the way I live, the skin I live in every day.
Here's where you and I have a different point of view.
Black and white that Black people don't have in this country, and that Black people do have.
Well, here's where you and I have a different point of view. I think we should be able to express our views regardless of the color of our skin. We should have this debate without me regarding you as a Black man, but me regarding you as a fellow citizen. That's what I think we should see.
Whatever ethnicity you are, explaining to me
whatever ethnicity
about what it's like to be Black.
Whatever ethnicity I am, I'll tell you what I am. I'm an Indian American. I'm proud of it. But I think we should have this debate. Black, white, doesn't matter.
I think we should have this debate
on the content of the ideas.
She take out her cell phone?
Yeah.
The third key factor is, earlier this month, he was accused of having a volatile and diva-like behavior at CNN. There were serious allegations about misogyny, as well, with some dating back several years.
Highest here because Don is my friend, and he has been my friend for 20 years. Our offices were directly across from each other for most of that time that I worked there. And I will say that I don't believe, in my experience with him, that he's a misogynist. I think he loves women. He loves his mother. He loved his sister. He loves me. He loves Joy.
What about me?
I don't. Maybe he loves you too.
She stayed at his house.
But
I think he loves me too.
Don, yes, said some things that were sexist and I think ageist. He apologized for them and received formal training.
So yes, he's had some missteps. He's also apologized for those missteps. But I think in a way, this was coming down the pipe for a while.
If you're concerned that somebody is a misogynist, why would you put them with 2 women to do a show? If you feel that way, if you feel that concerned. So for me, it seemed odd when they gave him that show, and I thought, well, seems a little strange, but, I've known Don forever, too. I didn't work with him. We just friends, okay?
Does he love you?
No. But he likes the hell out of me.
This brings our video to a close. Please like the video and share it with others. And don't forget to subscribe to King Channel TV. Thanks for watching.